clearly there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are of course really, really sorry.
Ma volonté n'est pas d'être subversif, ni de me moquer, ni de choquer. Ma volonté est simplement de dire que nous sommes ce grand nous et que hier soir, c'était des idées républicaines, c'était des idées d'inclusion, c'était des idées de bienveillance, de générosité, des idées de solidarité, bref, de ce que je crois nous avons follement besoin. En France, on a le droit de s'aimer comme on veut, avec qui on veut. En France, on a le droit de croire ou de ne pas croire. En France, on a le droit, on a beaucoup de droits, voilà. Et c'était l'idée de faire transparaître ces valeurs.
Okay, so let's talk about what we all saw over the weekend, what we're still trying to wash out of our eyes, that disgusting imaging, those satanic rituals they had over there in Paris, the opening ceremonies for the Olympics, which feature all types of idolatry, all types of disgusting, insulting, extremely offensive imaging of a bunch of homosexuals, a bunch of LGBT, elemental P people, making a mockery out of Jesus Christ, a mockery out of Christianity, where they were trying to push inclusivity by insulting billions of people, by insulting one of the biggest religions in the world, by insulting God Almighty himself. I don't think it was about inclusivity at all, actually. And this is why these people fall perfectly in line with the Democrat Party. They have the perception of, oh, let's have unity. Oh, let's have equal rights. Let's be inclusive. But in reality, in actual practice, what it really is let's push what we want to push. Let's have our morals and our desires be the head of everything while we completely destroy whatever you believe in, whatever values, whatever morals, whatever the things are that you hold sacred. Let's completely destroy it. Let's subvert your point of view, your way of life, and let's push the demonic twisted way of life that we want to do. We see it with the calls for unity in the Democrat Party after they tried to kill Donald Trump. A left-wing nut job was paid off more than likely to try to assassinate Donald Trump. They bashed this man, destroyed him, called him Hitler, he called him dirt, called him scum, said that he's terrible. They tried to jail him, they tried to take his money. Then they turned around and say, but let's be good people, let's preach unity. So if the people on the right say anything, they're wrong because they're not being united. But at the same time, the left can be extremely violent, completely evil. So this right here is another example. These LGBT elemental P people and the people who sat there and let them do this, the directors, the people who are in charge of this ceremony, they're a bunch of flaming hypocrites. So when they say inclusivity, that means let's subvert your religion. Let's talk trash about Jesus Christ. Let's completely bash Christianity. While at the same time, you have to be nice to us. If you say anything about us, if you say anything about LGBT, elemental P, if you say trans women aren't women, whatever the hell that term is, then you're wrong. Then you get counseled. Then you're called a bigot. So before we get into this article of some people having a lot of problems with this, including people boycotting the Olympics, let's look at some of the imaging. And like I said, I know we're still trying to wash our eyes, but just a couple of images. So this one kind of slid under the radar, the Statue of Liberty. We can see it has a bullet hole in the face. It looks like it's decaying. I don't know what's going on. But what the hell are they trying to say here? They're trying to celebrate the destruction of America, the destruction of old America, the America way of life, the values, the Christianity in America. Or does this have anything to do with Donald Trump? Because the bullet was supposed to go in Trump's face and blow out the back of his head. And it looks like they already had this thing ready. Was it a coincidence? Everything is a coincidence apparently, but was this them planning on showing this type of image at the Olympics after Trump had already been shot in the face and had his brains blown up? mere coincidence, but either way, you're showing the decay to the destruction of America, and also a golden calf. Really? Now, there are several instances in the Bible where it refers to a golden calf. I guess you can say, well, this is a bull, but the most obvious reference was when Moses was on Mount Sinai receiving the Ten Commandments, and the people were down there with Aaron, and they got fed up and they created a golden calf and started worshiping it. And there are other mentions in the Bible about the golden calf. And what we see when we put all of these references together is that the golden calf is a symbol of being against God, a symbol of idolatry, a symbol of saying, look, this is God, this is Jesus Christ. We want nothing to do with that. We're going to do what we want to do, nothing to do with Jesus, nothing to do with God Almighty. We're going to worship ourselves. We're going to worship demonic lifestyles like LGBT, LGBTQism, trans and children, stuff like that. And we're going to get into an image with a child, surely. But is it a mere coincidence that you have all this satanic imaging going on? We had the image of the pale horse, which represents death and destruction in the book of Revelations. A Statue of Liberty, symbol of America, with a bullet hole in the face, decaying. Right after Trump was supposed to be shot in the face. Then you have a golden calf. You got a pale horse. But it's all a coincidence. No, it has nothing to do with Christianity. If you took offense to this, then that's your fault, your problem. Maybe you shouldn't be so sensitive. We saw this non-apology they issued at the beginning. It was not our intention to offend anybody. If you were offended, I guess we're sorry or whatever. But these people are evil, man. This is pure satanic. And now we're going to get into some of the excuse, talking about the main image, the Last Supper image, that everybody is outraged about because it was extremely offensive. But we're going to get into an excuse and show you another image. People are saying, no, it wasn't the Last Supper. It was this BS. So let's look at this Newsweek article here. So Rob Schneider is one of many people who are outraged, and he made a public statement. A lot of people in Hollywood, this is why they're name dropping him like this, because when you're in Hollywood, you have to toe the line. You have to be against God. You have to be a full-blown leftist idolater. Otherwise, you get blackballed. We saw what happened to Gina Carano, but when a prominent person like this speaks out, it becomes news. That's why his name is in the headline. But he's one of millions of people who've turned away from this because this is just pure evil. Actor and comedian Rob Schneider has become the latest celebrity to slam part of the Paris 2024 Olympic opening ceremony. Friday's show came under fire for one segment that saw a fashion parade and dancing on the Debilly footbridge over the River Seine, led by DJ Barbara Butch. We're going to get into that person in a second. It featured performers from a wide range of genders, ages, and abilities. What the hell is a wide range of genders? I thought there were only two genders. The hell are these people talking about? But some people were unhappy with an opening shot of it that saw a close-up of Bush dressed as a goddess, complete with halo, and as the camera panned out, revealed models draped on either side of her. Really? Models? That's what we're going to call these people? According to the Paris 2024 Olympics Organizing Committee, the bridge was transformed into the venue for a gigantic banquet for the evening. So this is another piece of imagery. Look at this, man. Look at this debauchery. What the hell is going on here? What in the hell is this, man? I don't have the words to express this, so look at this. Some people watching at home believed it was a nod to Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting, The Last Supper, which depicts Jesus and his disciples on the night before he was crucified. Snyder slammed the segment as disrespectful to Christianity. I'm sorry to say to all the world's greatest athletes, I wish you all the best, but I cannot watch an Olympics that disrespects Christianity and openly celebrates Satan. I sincerely hope these Olympics get the same amount of viewers as C-SPAN, the Deuce Bigelow actor wrote on X. And that's one thing about these athletes, they always complain. Like, for example, when Laura Ingraham years ago said, shut up and dribble. And they said, how dare you tell us we can speak out on things that are important to us. We can say anything we want, even though most of the time they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But when it comes to something like this, crickets. All these big name prominent athletes who talked all this ish, who went to kneel and disrespect the U.S. anthem, who said all types of anti-American stuff, who are now pretending that they've been pro-American all along. But These same people, they got nothing to say. When Christianity is mocked, when we have debauchery going on, and people laughing at Jesus Christ, they ain't got nothing to say. Oh, now they want to shut up and dribble. Now they want to just shut up and play their sports and ignore their situation, pretend like they don't see it. They're over there blind because they're getting clout, they're getting praise, they're having fun, playing in whatever the hell sport they're playing. And overshadowing all of their games, all of their competition is Satanism, pure evil. And they're completely okay with it. Got nothing to say. These anti-American athletes who completely disrespected the United States and who completely bashed Republicans when Republicans were saying, if you don't know anything about politics, why don't you just keep your trap shut until you do some research and actually know what the hell you're talking about. Oh, they had so many problems with that. Had so much backlash against Republicans, anti-Trump, all of that crap. Steve Kerr, LeBron James, all these basketball players, people in other sports, they had so much to say. But now that Satan is hosting the Olympics for him, they ain't got nothing to say about that. Crickets. Wow. A spokesperson for Paris 2024 told Newsweek that the opening ceremony's director, Thomas Jolly, a full-blown weirdo. We saw him at the beginning. I guess he doesn't speak English because he gave that apology. He was speaking French, but I got an image of him on the thumbnail. You can see he's kind of a weirdo, and there are other images of him. You can see he's really, really a weirdo, but this guy is non-apologetic. He's basically saying, well, look, if you're offended, I'm sorry, but we're promoting love. Everybody can love whoever they want to love. What the hell does this have to do with playing sports, man? You promoting men getting blinked in the blink by other men. What the hell does that have to do with track and field, soccer, basketball? What the hell is this debauchery, this Satanism have to do with playing sports? Thomas Jolly has said on several occasions the opening ceremony has been conceived as a celebration of togetherness and tolerance. Tolerance on men getting blinked in a blink by other men, yet not tolerant at all towards Christians as you mock and bash them and then lie about it. You will never find in my work any desire to mark or degenerate anyone. We just found it, man. I wanted to create a ceremony that would repair, reconcile, and reaffirm the values that are those of our republic, Jolly said via the spokesperson. Wow. Another person to slam the moment was former The Biggest Loser trainer, Jillian Michaels. Dear fellow gays, we demand tolerance and respect, but then make a mockery of something sacred to over 2 billion Christians. This type of hypocrisy and lack of understanding is a bad look. We get outraged when the extreme right bashes us, but then we do this ish. What kind of reaction do you think they will have towards the LGBT plus minus divided by sign elemental P community after this? This is not how we break down barriers. It is how you build them, she wrote on next. Yeah, so there's one sensible person in this community. That's one sensible person that realizes that you're not going to get tolerance by insulting Christians. But what this person is not realizing is that's not the point. These people don't want tolerance. They don't want to say, okay, Christians, you live how you want to live and you enjoy your lives. And then at the same time, we're going to do the same thing. No, that's not what these demons want. These demons want to destroy Christianity. Just like the left wants to destroy Trump. They want to completely kill and destroy their opposition. These people hate Christians. They hate Christianity. They hate everything it stands for. They don't want to live in tolerance where everybody just does what they want to do. No, they want to own the world and get rid of the Christians who are not for this type of lifestyle. So that's what this person is missing here. Former decathlete champion Caitlyn Jenner also waded into the debate, including those defending the segment by saying it was a tribute to the painting feast of Dionysus. The Greek god was depicted during a performance by a person painted in blue. So we're going to get into this image right here to see what Caitlyn Jenner had to say, and we all know who Caitlyn Jenner is. But let's take a look at this image first. So you got these freaks, you got these woke weirdo freaks, these men saying that they're women, but a bunch of people following the devil, it looks like, based on what they're doing here. And clearly you can see this is a depiction of the Last Supper, but they're trying to say now they don't want to own it, even though they believe that they're right. They're afraid to own it for some reason. They're trying to say it was an image of this, the Feast of Dionysus. Now, if you compare these, you'll see that Jesus is the center And we got this freak right here being the center, even with the halo crown as depicted. Some images of the Last Supper have this on Jesus. So clearly, now look at this. There's no person in the center, and you got all this other stuff going on in the front. So clearly, this is the Last Supper, but now they're trying to walk it back. No, it wasn't the Last Supper. It had nothing to do with it. Stop it. Now we're stupid. Why are you afraid to own it? If you believe that you're right, why are you afraid to own it? As an Olympian and a Christian, and you don't have to be either of those to see the absurdity here, I am outraged. Not really seeing how the opening ceremony image was more like this Greco feast as opposed to a more blatant mockery of the Da Vinci's Last Supper. Yeah, it's obvious, man. So anybody falling for that crap is a weirdo. And we got other people like John Rich, country music singer, a lot of other people speaking against this because it's completely ridiculous. It's completely satanic. And these people don't give a damn. Like I said, it's not about inclusion. It's not about equality. It's not about living together, kumbaya. We be gay over here. You follow Jesus over here. It's about them saying, look, we're going to take your values, your views, your ways of life. We're going to subvert it. We're going to make a mockery out of it. And hopefully we can destroy it one day. That's what they're trying to do. These men claiming that they're women, men who are getting blanked in the blank by other men, want to make a mockery of Jesus Christ, want to make a mockery of Christians, and they don't give a damn. And you got a lot of leftists trying to defend this debauchery. Completely insane, completely ludicrous. But let me know what you guys think about this. Leave me your thoughts below, share the video. Thanks for watching.